Good morning, stamping friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. In case you're new to my channel, my name is Lorri Heiling, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am knee-deep busy in graduation things. Our son is graduating this year, and that's pretty exciting. So that's what's kind of been on my mind right now, but I still wanted to be true to you and do my Tuesday morning YouTube live. So I am going to share with you a very fast and simple project, and this is a project that you could crank out very easily and make a lot of them in a short amount of time, and it's using some of our new products. So I'm really excited to share this with you, and then I'm going to be back to my graduation thing. So Brayden graduates on Thursday, and then we are leaving for Minnesota for a reception there. So because that's where we're from, and that's where many of our family is, and so it's just easier for us to go there than for them to all come here. So anyway, that's what's on my plate this week. So thank you for joining me again, and I'm going to turn my camera around and then let's get started. Before we get started, I just wanted to remind you of the special going on with Stampin' Up! Now, if you love the in colors that are new this year, then you're going to want to take advantage of this. We have a starter kit special going on, and it's now through May 31st. And this is a great way to get all the new in color products, the ink pads, the cardstock, the designer series paper, and you also get in color grid paper. The nice thing about this is all of this is added to your starter kit for free. This is a value worth $66.50. Now, for the starter kit, you can handpick anything you want from any catalog that is current, and you can choose $125 worth of products, but you will only be charged $99, and you will get free shipping on that. Now, that's really a great way to get all those in color products. Now, I would love to have you join my team. If you're interested, I would love to chat with you about this. So if you want to get a hold of me or just jump right to the link and check it out, feel free to do so. All right, let's start with today's project. Now, remember, I said these are really fast and easy ones. If you have a lot that you need to make, this would be the project for you. Let me grab the cardstock we are going to start with. This is a piece of basic white, thick, 4 1/4 by 11 inch cardstock. And I like to use the thick when I do card bases because it's a little bit sturdier than our basic white. And I just scored it in half on the long side at 5 1/2, and then use your bone folder to make a sharp crease there. Now, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to first grab this chart and show you the paper we're going to use. This is the paper I've been using the most so far this year. It's called Hues of Happiness. Isn't this pretty? Oh my gosh, I love every floral side has an opposite, kind of a different feel. This is more of a watercolor, or not watercolor, but an acrylic painting. You can even see the brush strokes in there, or a little more contemporary print. So even if you're not a floral person, you're going to love this because look at this palette of colors. That's my favorite part. So I'm going to make a project using this, and let me share with you how we're going to do this. The next thing after we get that card base done is we're going to cut 2 panels. These are just the regular basic white. They don't have to be the extra thick because they're just going to be used for layering. And this is 3/4 by 5 1/2 inches, and this is 2 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. Then the next thing we need is just one little panel strip of our designer series paper. I chose the one with Melon Mambo and Daffodil Delight in it. And this, I believe, is 1 1/2. Let me measure that to make sure. Yep, 1 1/2 by 5 1/2. All right. Also, you can see that I've embossed this already. This, I used painted textures. You don't want to get too busy with this print, and so that's why I chose this one. I was so glad that it carried over into the new catalog. This will be my go-to for my just kind of basic and add just a little touch of texture. All right, what we are going to do is just adhere this to the front of the card, and what I want to do is place it over a little bit because this is going to go on top. So how you figure out where actually it should go, just kind of line that up about where that's going to fall. And so you want it over a little less than 3/4 of an inch because we want this to cover it like that. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is take foam adhesive strips. I have a whole strip here to the side. I just stick it on my counter here, and we're just going to need probably 3 pieces here. And we don't want it to sag in the middle. Actually, I'm going to add an extra one there. Sometimes on a longer strip, it'll tend to sag in the middle. And we know how women do not like sagging, right? All right, so we're just gonna line that up, and it really is gonna pop. The reason I'm using foam adhesive strips is because this gives a larger pop, and it'll be farther away from that bottom piece. There's a bigger gap there. If I used regular dimensionals, you wouldn't quite have the pop, but if you don't have if you don't have foam adhesive strips, you can use 2 layers of dimensionals put together, and that will be about the same thickness. All right, now we're just gonna layer this on the other side, and it's just gonna go from bottom to top. It's the exact same size as the card front. Now we are almost done, but isn't that pretty how it gives that a pop? There's really a lot of dimension there. Can you see that? All right, set that card aside, and now I'm gonna bring in the little sentiment that we're going to use, but I wanna show you how to use this. We're gonna use the word thanks. This is part of the Amazing Thanks dies. Oh, I love this. I just love word cutouts. All right, so this is basic white. Again, we don't really need the thick, and these are adhesive sheets. And what we're gonna do is, I just cut it to the same size as my basic white paper, and it's a sticker on the back. So you have to find the side that has the line in it, and then just start peeling it away. It's gonna wanna stick to your fingers. And I found the easiest way is to just take 1/2 of the side off, and then stick it to your cardstock, and then go back and peel the other side off. That way you have something to hang on to. Otherwise, if you take this whole thing off all at once, it's just gonna really wanna stick to your fingers. So peel that off and then go like that. So this is actually the back side, obviously. So we'll flip it over to the front, and now we're gonna, let me grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I wanna share with you, I have been using this, this magnetic plate ever since the day I got this plate. I really, really love it. Now it doesn't have a it has a grip. Let me see if I can, probably can't see, but can you hear that? You can hear it cling, but it's not too tight that you can't move it around, you know what I mean? So you can see it's well worn already, but it hasn't taken away from the, the cling of it. And also, I normally like to use my my smaller Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. However, I went back to my larger one because I love the magnetic plate, and they aren't quite ready to release the smaller version of this. So that's why I keep using the larger one. All right, so we're gonna put, we're gonna do the more intricate word thanks out of the white. And remember, I want the right side up, the basic white up where the sticker is on the back side. So we'll put this one here, and can you hear how it grabbed it? And then with this one, we will use Daffodil Delight. So we'll just put that on there and run it through once. Now the reason I'm going to use the sticker sheet is because it's just easier to stick. Oh, I don't have enough room here. Let me pull this to the side. Until I already made one. All right, so just peel this out. And you may need your pick tool and poke out the insides of some of these letters. So this is what we're going to stick the white one to. And then do the same with the white, just start poking all the little holes out here. Okay, comes out very easy. Now remember, this just turned into a sticker because of what we just did. Well, let me get all these little holes out. I love that it's so delicate, but when you use these sticker sheets, it's so easy to work with. Sorry, I have to clean up my space. I hate messes, even though sometimes it's hard to avoid. All right, now to find out how to take this, there should be that same line somewhere here. The question is, can you find it? Hold on, I have little sticky things all over. Let's see. I even have my glasses on. It might not have hit one of those. So what I usually do is just take your pick tool and just kind of start peeling it that way. There we go. And once you get one side, just peel it like that. Whoops, there it was. I just didn't see it. All right, now you can see it kind of distorts when I did that. That's why when you adhere this to this one, we're just going to start on one side and lay it down as we go. If you try to do the whole thing, look at how I can distort it because it's such a fine line in between those. So I usually just go right to left. I don't know if it's because I'm left-handed, but I just start like that and just one by one put each letter on, and just kind of line it up as best you can in the middle. The N is where one of them gets distorted. All right, there we have it. All right, now, trust me when I tell you how this is going to work. You can just flip it over and grab your dimensionals. Now for the letter A, whoops, let me flip it over again. A and to the right, we're going to use the mini dimensionals because the size fits better on here. So the A, and to the other side, I just use 3. Now on the T, we are actually going to take another piece of our foam adhesive strip, and I'll show you why in just a second. I've made a few of these already. And let me take the backs of these off first, and then I'll explain why we have 2 different sizes of dimensionals on the back. All right, now let's grab our card. Isn't that pretty how it offsets? Okay, so these 2 right here, or actually these 3 dimensionals are grabbing it, just the card front, but the reason we have to put the T on is because remember how much we raised this? We want the T to be in line with that. So if you did a regular dimensional, it would dip down. I know I'm OCD on this, but all right, then the finishing touch, and what's nice about this palette of paper is these little, let's see the official name of them, Glossy Dots Assortment. They totally go with this palette of colors. And they don't write this on the package, but it is written in the catalog. This is Gorgeous Grape, which is the purple in here. There is definitely Gorgeous Grape. Melon Mambo, Daffodil Delight, and the last one is, I'm pretty sure it's, let me check, Pool Party, yes, so it is all of those. So I think I'm going to take the Melon Mambo, and I take a pick tool, and I'm going to use all 3 sizes in one shot here. So I'll go one over here. Remember, it's best to work in 3s. I'll put one down here and then the smaller one up by the large one. And it just adds a little bit more pop in there, nice and shimmery. So that's our card. And then let me show you another color combo I did, and you tell me which one you like better. So this one is kind of the Melon Mambo focus, and this one is more the purples in the Pool Party. So I don't know, I like either one the same, but I just think they're really fast and easy, great way to use scraps up, and I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure on your next order you get those adhesive sheets, especially if you have these kind of dies, because to turn these dies into stickers really is a game changer. All right, thank you again so much for joining me. If you would like to order any of these products, please use my host code here, and if your order is over $35, I will include you in June's Creative You projects. And what I do is I offer 3 free projects for those who order and use the host code. I'll send those to you in the mail along with a PDF emailed to you, and that's my way of saying thank you so much for your order. Or better yet, if you join my team, that's an even bigger bonus. You can get more products and a much better deal that way. So let me know if you're interested in that as well. I just wanted to show you one more version really quick. Here I stepped it up just a little bit, and I added about a 1/4 inch strip right along the inside edges here, but I'm only showing about 1/8 of an inch of the cardstock peeking through. This is Melon Mambo underneath there. So I just had that other version left. Here's with and here's without. So either one. Well, thank you again, and I will see you next Tuesday morning, and I will officially be an empty nester at that time. Well, not really until he leaves for college, but as far as graduation goes. All right, wish us luck. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.